Hi everyone! In today's lesson, we'll look at 3 short dialogues that show how people talk about hobbies at different levels of English. Beginners use simple phrases like "I like music" to express their interests. Intermediate learners add more detail and ask follow-up questions, which makes the conversation more interesting and dynamic. Advanced speakers talk in a natural, relaxed way, using more fluent and expressive language. Let's explore how people talk about hobbies in English step by step.
Hi, nice to meet you. I always enjoy these initial conversations because they set the tone for everything that follows. How are you feeling about starting this discussion today?
Hi, nice to meet you too. I'm excited to be here and looking forward to talking with you. I think these first meetings are a great way to get to know each other and find common ground before diving deeper.
Absolutely. I find that sharing a bit about our interests outside of work helps break the ice. Speaking of which, what do you like to do in your free time when you're not busy?
I like listening to music a lot, actually. It helps me relax after a busy day. What about you? Do you have any hobbies or activities that help you unwind?
That's great. Music is such a universal way to relax. For me, I really enjoy drawing and watching movies, especially when I want some downtime. Both activities give me a chance to express myself and recharge.
That sounds wonderful. I've always admired people who can draw, and movies are such a fun way to escape reality for a bit. What kind of movies do you usually enjoy watching? Do you have a favorite genre?
I tend to gravitate toward funny movies, since they help me unwind and keep my spirits up. There's something about a good comedy that makes even a tough week feel lighter. How about your music preferences, any favorite genres or artists?
I really enjoy pop music, and my favorite singer is Taylor Swift. Her songwriting is both catchy and meaningful, which makes her albums great to listen to on repeat. Do you like her music as well?
Nice! I like her songs too. Taylor Swift's tracks have a way of connecting with so many people, and her concerts are always a big event. Do you ever attend live music performances, or do you mostly listen at home?
I've mostly listened at home so far, but I would love to go to one of her concerts someday. There's something special about sharing the energy of a live audience. Have you been to any memorable concerts recently?
I actually haven't been to a concert in a while, but the idea of seeing an artist like Taylor Swift live is definitely on my bucket list. Maybe it's time to change that. It's always more memorable when you go with someone who shares your enthusiasm.
Absolutely. Maybe we can go to a concert one day. Sharing those experiences with others makes them even more special, and it would be a fantastic way to combine our mutual appreciation for music and fun.
That sounds fun. It's always great to find someone with similar interests and to plan experiences together. Doing things like attending concerts or watching movies can really strengthen new friendships and create lasting memories.
I agree completely. Shared activities like these help form strong bonds, and I look forward to discovering more things we both enjoy. Who knows, maybe we'll end up with a whole list of concerts and movies to check out together.
That would be fantastic. It's interesting how simple conversations can lead to new adventures and connections. I'm glad we had this chance to chat and learn about each other's interests.
Me too! I think this is just the beginning of some great conversations and shared experiences ahead. Thanks for making this such a comfortable and engaging start.
Hey, James. I'm curious, when you have some downtime, what do you usually find yourself doing? Do you have any hobbies or activities that you gravitate toward when you're not working?
Hi Alice, my free time often varies, but recently Photography has taken center stage for me. I used to spend hours reading, but now I'm out with my camera, exploring new places and trying to capture the subtle details I might otherwise miss.
That's really interesting, James. Photography can be such a creative outlet. What subjects do you typically focus on when you're out shooting? Do you have any favorite themes or scenes that inspire you the most?
I'm mostly drawn to landscapes and street scenes, especially moments that feel quiet or candid. There's something rewarding about capturing a fleeting second that tells a story, whether it's a peaceful sunrise or a spontaneous interaction on a busy street.
Hearing you talk about photography makes me wonder, do you think having a creative hobby is important? For me, I find cooking to be my main creative outlet, especially over the weekends when I have more time to experiment in the kitchen.
Absolutely, Alice. I think having a creative pursuit really helps unwind and brings a sense of accomplishment. Cooking sounds like a great way to express creativity. Do you stick to certain types of recipes, or do you like to try out new cuisines whenever you can?
I love experimenting with different recipes, but it's definitely become my weekend ritual to tackle something new. The process of finding a recipe, gathering ingredients, and seeing it come together is really satisfying, even if it doesn't always turn out perfect.
That's fantastic. I think the trial and error in cooking is half the fun. Plus, when you get it right, you have something delicious to share with others. Is there a particular dish that you're known for among your friends?
If I had to pick, I'd probably say my Thai curry is my signature dish. I've refined the balance of flavors over time so it's spicy, but not overwhelming. Preparing it always reminds me of traveling in Southeast Asia and discovering new ingredients.
That sounds absolutely delicious, Alice. Thai curry can be tricky to get just right, especially balancing the heat and the aromatic spices. It must be rewarding to recreate those travel memories at home. Do your friends or family request it often?
They do. Whenever there's a get-together, someone usually asks if I'll make it. It's become a bit of a tradition, and I enjoy seeing everyone's reactions when they taste it. Sharing food feels like sharing a piece of my experiences.
Food definitely has a way of bringing people together. Now I'm even more interested in trying your Thai curry one day. Maybe we could combine our hobbies. You cook, and I'll take photos to document the process.
That's a great idea, James. I'd love to have you over for dinner, and it could be fun to see the cooking process through your lens. Maybe you could show me some of your photo work too. I'm always interested in how others interpret everyday moments.
I'd be happy to. Sharing my photos with someone who appreciates creativity sounds fantastic. It's always interesting to compare perspectives, especially when it comes to things we're passionate about. Maybe we'll inspire each other to try new things.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the best parts about connecting over hobbies. You get to learn from each other, try new experiences, and build memories that go beyond just the activity itself.
Couldn't agree more, Alice. Let's set a date for that dinner and photo session. It'll be a great way to blend our interests and create something memorable together.
So, what do you usually do to unwind after work? I find that everyone has their own unique ritual, whether it's something active, creative, or just relaxing in front of the TV. I'm always curious about what works for different people, especially with busy schedules and screen fatigue being so common these days.
Lately I've been spending a lot of time gardening. It's surprisingly meditative and gives me a break from screens, which I think is really important after long days working on a computer. Just being outside, focusing on the plants, helps me decompress in a way nothing else quite does.
That sounds lovely. I've always admired people with green thumbs, because it seems like such a peaceful way to wind down. Do you tend to grow a lot of flowers for their beauty, or do you focus more on practical things that you can use in cooking or everyday life?
A bit of both, actually. I have a small herb garden, basil, mint, rosemary, which I use in my cooking, and then I also plant some wildflowers just for the colour and to support pollinators. It's a nice mix that keeps things interesting and useful at the same time.
That's amazing. I mostly stick to indoor hobbies myself. I play the piano, though not as often as I'd like lately. There's something about music that feels both relaxing and stimulating, and it's a great way to shift gears after a long day.
Wow, that's a beautiful skill to have. I've always admired musicians because it takes dedication and a sense of rhythm that I don't think I possess. Do you focus on traditional pieces? Or do you like to experiment with different kinds of music when you play?
Mostly classical. I find it calming, especially pieces by Debussy or Chopin, but sometimes I'll throw in a movie soundtrack just for fun. It keeps things fresh and lets me explore different moods depending on what I need that evening.
That's a great balance. I think the ability to switch between genres really keeps a hobby engaging over time, and it sounds like you've found a way to personalize your practice so it always feels rewarding and new.
It's nice how hobbies evolve with time, don't you think? I used to devote hours to painting back in college, but now I find myself more drawn to music instead. It's interesting to look back and see how our interests change based on life circumstances or what we're needing emotionally.
Definitely. I think as we go through different phases, our hobbies reflect what we're seeking. Sometimes it's creative expression, other times it's relaxation or even social connection. Gardening came into my life when I needed more calm and a way to disconnect from work stress.
That makes sense. For me, painting was about experimenting and exploring ideas visually, but music now offers a kind of solace I didn't realize I needed. I guess our hobbies adapt to fill whatever gaps we're experiencing at the time.
Couldn't agree more. It's like each stage of life brings its own set of challenges and rewards, and our interests naturally shift to help us manage those changes, whether it's seeking comfort, stimulation, or just a bit of daily joy.
I think the hardest part is making time for these activities when life gets busy. How do you make sure you're still carving out space for gardening or other things that help you recharge, even when your week is packed with obligations?
It's definitely a challenge, but I try to view it as non-negotiable, like any other important appointment. I'll set aside just 20 minutes after work, even if it's just to water the plants or check on new growth. That small ritual keeps me grounded and prevents burnout.
That's a smart approach. I've noticed that even a brief session at the piano can reset my mood and energy, especially after a stressful day. It's not about the length of time, but the quality of the break and the intention behind it.
Exactly. I think when we prioritize these moments, no matter how brief, it really adds up to better overall well-being. It reminds us that self-care isn't a luxury, but a necessity to keep everything else running smoothly in our lives.